This is an awesome beginner install product. We got Rally Armor mud flaps in here. They're super high quality polyurethane gloss finish. They look amazing. They are hands down, just from user experience, having them on my Mazda Speed 3 back in the day, having them on my Subaru today. They are hands down my favorite. I've seen all the other brands in person and they just don't do it for me. These guys kill it. So I'm excited to open this up with you and start installing this. Link in the description if you guys want to order these for your car, if you end up liking this. I like this black bag already. Good old Rally Armor, made in NYC. Setting the standard in mud flaps, super clean. Ooh. We have our mounting brackets, all the plastic hardware. We got some extra stickers. I did go with the silver. That has always been my favorite. It's the most subtle. I'm not a fan of having a bright red on the bottom of a mud flap. I think that mud flaps are made to blend in. They stand out, but they shouldn't be like in your face. So I'm always a huge fan of the black with the silver. That's what I get on all my cars. So these are gonna look rad. Straight into the install, we're using a plastic clip remover tool. There's a link in the description to a tools list of everything I recommend for DIY car shenanigans in the garage. We're going to use this tool. We're going to pull the clip out. I already pulled the top one out. As you see, we're pulling 3 total out. I already got the top one. We're going to take a peep in here. We can see our tabs. We got our plastic clips that come in the Rally Armor kit. We're going to go ahead and use that to slide these in here. Now in a sec, you're going to see how I have them placed in here. And when we get to the rear one, you're going to see how I have them snapped onto the tabs. Very important to have them in this position right here, so they stay in there. And when you crank on them with the screw here in a sec, they stay in place. So I'm going to go ahead and put the bottom one on. Now we have the metal bracket that holds the mud flaps in the position that they need to stay in. We're going to go ahead and press that one on the bottom first. Do that. We're going to look at our 3 screws. We got the 3 medium screws and the 1 short screw. So we're going to take one of our medium screws, throw a plastic washer on it, slide it through the bottom middle hole of the mud flap. We're going to go ahead and push it through. Go ahead and get it started. Looks like our clip kind of got tweaked a little bit, so I'm going to check them. I'm going to go ahead and grab the screw again. You guys might run into the same issue. Go ahead and get it started. Don't worry about the position of the mud flap. The bracket's going to spin around too. Now we got it in almost the right spot. Let's go ahead and slide another medium-sized screw through the top middle one. Let's take our top medium screw. Get that started, do the same exact thing. Now we're going to take our short screw. These all have the plastic washers, and we're going to put it through the metal bracket to hold it in place. We're going to move our wheel a little bit so I have a little more room, and I'm bending the metal bracket out a little bit so I can get the proper angle on my screwdriver to tighten it. So I made sure everything's straight, and I tightened them all up. Now I'm checking if they're snug. Take a look at it for the first time. Looks great. T30 Torx, we're taking that one out, and the one up here as well, T30 Torx. If you guys don't have these tools, link in the description to the Amazon list I made for your garage necessities and tools. Please check it out. Don't take that one out. I'm just showing you. You might think you need to. You do not need to remove it. Now let's get these metal brackets for the original T30 Torx screws. We're going to pop them out with our flathead screwdriver, little baby guy. These are kind of hard to get off. Just finesse them. Don't get too angry. You don't want to scratch your paint or anything. Pop them off. There you go. Now there's a hole in the bumper already. There's not a hole in our fender liner. So we're gonna go ahead and smash our screwdriver through there to make a little hole. Grab it from the back side, do the same thing. Grab your bigger flathead screwdriver to make a bigger hole. And this is nothing drastic. If you take the mud flaps off, you'd never know. There we go. Let's grab our 4 plastic clips and we're going to attach them to all of the holes. So as you see, I'm kind of flexing the plastic so it knows which way it wants to go to get it on there, because it is pretty hard to get it on there. So this is the angle that's better to see how they work. So you're going to take the small side tab, you're going to smash it on, and then grab it with your hand and boom, and it kind of snaps in right there, and then that'll line it up with the hole perfectly. So make sure all of these, you slide them on and then give it a little more pressure, and then it snaps on and it's in the right spot, and it will not move when you start throwing a screw through it. Now these screws are going to be abnormally tough when you start to screw them in, because they are going through that plastic, and it's very snug fit, so it goes on pretty tough, so don't stress. Just keep cranking away at it and it should be good to go. We're going to grab a very long screw with a plastic washer, and then on the back side we're going to put 1 small spacer and 1 large spacer, doesn't matter what order, and we're going to go to the top one right here and get it started. These are a little tougher, so keep your patience high right here. We're going to go ahead and snug up that one down there with the same spacers. Same spacers with these. These 3 bolts all have spacers, 1 large one, 1 small one. Now we're going to check if our mud flap is in the correct position. You will see a before and after right here. Tweaked, straight. And then you want to tighten it up right here. The lower one is the one that you really got to worry about. Now these are the 2 plastic clips. The one on the bottom is the longer one, the top is a shorter one. Now when you press these in, you want to hold it. You're going to go ahead and pop it in. Make sure you press the whole thing in. You're going to see it close here in a sec. Take it in there. Press the base in first, and then come back and press this guy in, and it'll go in smooth. Same with the smaller one. So that's the longer one that's on the outside, closer to the outside of the car. And then on the inside, you're going to use a shorter one. Press the base in first, and then press the center in so you don't have any issues. Press the base in. Boom, we're ready to rock. Everything's tight. Check the mud flap, make sure it's good. It's not going to come off. And we're ready to put everything back together.